Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School. It is volleyball night. This is a Section 1 contest between the homestanding Panthers and our visitors and rivals from the north, the Blackhawks of Bethel Park High School. My name's Kevin McGahey, and I've got my videographer tonight, Alex Shogri, and it's our pleasure to bring you tonight's match. We're midway through the season, and the Panthers come into this match with a 6-0 undefeated, unsullied record so far, not having lost a single set. Every match so far has gone 3-0. They are rated number 2 in WPIAL right now and lead Section 1. Bethel Park's in here with an overall 4-2 record, and we beat them 3 weeks ago in our opening match, and we are underway with the Blackhawks having the opening serve. The set, and not quite down from Grant Bezic. Rescued and back in the attack. Grant Bezic again, just pooching the ball over the net. Set, short set, and it was tipped. St. Clair play got a hand on it. That means the point and side out, well, not a side out, the point goes to Bethel Park, and they open the scoring. It is 1-0. This is set number 1 of a best-of-5 match. The first one to win 3 wins the match. Grant Bezic that time with power, but returned. Nick Chesko that time, the defense so far stellar for Bethel Park, and that one lands out of bounds over the end line, hit a little bit too hard. Point and side out for the Panthers, and we are all knotted up at 1. Heavily upperclassmen laden team. So this is senior number 3 Rob Senge with the serve for the Panthers. Little short set up and over the top, but into the net. That was actually put down by senior Greg Muir, number 10, but he got into the net. That's no good. You may not touch that center thing, and that is a point for the Panthers, and it's a 2-1 lead. Rob Senge again with a serve. Hard driving serve, returning from the right side. Top spin over the net. Troy Murphy on the 2 ball did not fool the Blackhawks. Sometimes you catch them off guard. That one is out of bounds. It apparently went over the net on the outside of the red and white antenna. Maybe hard for you to see on the TV broadcast, but that is the out of bounds marker, and it's attached to the net. Rob Senge again with a left-hand serve to the left side. Oh, nice dig by Rob Senge, keeping that one in play, and Grant Bezic putting it down. Rob Senge with a dig. Grant Bezic, the senior hitter, with his first kill of the night. And the Panthers jump out to a 4-1 lead after the Blackhawks got the initial point of the match. Rob Senge again from the back line. Left-handed sort of a sidewinder of a serve. Dug again by Rob Senge, and Troy Murphy does indeed get it over. Pushed out of there, punched high by Trevor McGahey. Nick Chesko off a tip and out of bounds. Nick Chesko with the kill, but Rob Senge with 2 spectacular digs here early in set number 1. And the Panthers have an early 5-1 lead. Sam again serving to the same spot. Pooched over the net, recovered by number 25, that's Kyle Shepner. Grant Bezic again with power, but right to the libero. Oh, just over Grant Bezic's head. Float like a butterfly, but he missed it like a bee. That was unfortunate. Timing was a little bit off. Jared Marks is wearing the libero jersey. Number 5 is a great defense so far for Bethel. Over the top, Troy Murphy left side. Grant Bezic again with power, and that one goes down off the block. Grant Bezic again. 2 kills, side out, and point for the Panthers. It's 6-2, still early in set number 1. Nick Chesko to the back line, number 11, with a Panther serve. Off a wrist, and lands just long. Sort of a nice recovery by Bethel, but not enough to keep that ball in bounds. Point to the Panthers, and sophomore Nick Chesko getting a start tonight against the Blackhawks with the St. Clair serve. Hard driving serve off a wrist. Chesko again. Troy Murphy with the set. Kyle Shepner with the kill. Off a block, off the antenna, and out of bounds. Kyle Shepner with power for his first kill tonight, and the Panthers will stretch that lead now, largest so far of the match. It's still early. 8-2 Panthers. Short set, no power. Trevor McGahey punches it back inbounds. Nice recovery, Chesko from the back row. Rob Senge again got a hand on it. That was a pretty good attack by number 14. That's senior Jordan Westfall. for the Bethel Park Blackhawks. Substitution, we'll see number 15 on the floor. That's junior Patrick O'Brien. Sophomore Ryan Thorson, number 1, just takes a quick break. Back to the serving line is senior Greg Muir for Bethel. Little jump serve. Trevor McGahee with it to Troy Murphy. Back set, and Grant Bezic into the block and out of bounds. Grant Bezic. You might see that combination a lot tonight. The libero McGahee to Murphy to Bezic. And Grant Bezic, the senior hitter, with a serve. Deason gets to the front line and from the left side again, off a tip. Yep, that was a nice attack by Jordan Westfall again, off a St. Clair tip, and then down. The Panthers with a 5-point lead. It is 9-4. Into the back row for the Bethel Park Blackhawks. That'll be number 12, sophomore Ryan Dunay. McGahee with the recovery. Troy Murphy. Nick Chesko, does he get it over? And it stays in. Oh my goodness. Well, that was about as ugly a point as it comes, but a point is indeed a point. You like to see guys diving for balls, and that's not how I like to score them, but it worked. That fell just inside the back left corner off the hands of Nick Chesko. And this is senior Troy Murphy, the setter, back for the serve now for the Panthers. To the front row, a little back set just over the front line. Covered and not recovered. Covered by Nick Chesko on a nice dig. But not enough to keep the ball in play. Teams trading points. It's a side out and belongs to the Blackhawks. Panthers with a 10-5 5-point lead. Number 14, Jordan Westfall, senior, doing the serving. Just over the net. Back into the net, and those are tough to dig out. Good effort by Matt Argento, number 26, but once it gets into the net on the overpass, those things are difficult to scrape off the net. So that's a service ace for the Blackhawks. Troy Murphy with the 2-ball. That one works. That's what we were looking for a little while ago. Everybody's expecting Troy on that second touch to set the ball to a hitter. He just pooched it over into the center of the defense. Side out and point, and senior Kyle Schepner, number 25, to the back row for the St. Clair serve, and a 5-point lead again at 11-6. Just rolls the ball over the net, and yes, recovered by the Blackhawks. Another great dig, this time by Trevor McGahee. Nick Chesko over and out. Well, somehow these balls are nearly getting to the floor, but the guys are really digging to keep these balls in play, and as long as you get a hand underneath it, it is legal and playable. Number 1 now doing the serving. This is Ryan Thorson. He's a sophomore for the Blackhawks. Trevor McGahee to Troy Murphy. Little back set to Dan Atman. The junior's on the floor now, number 20. Terrific block by Atman and Argento. And Matt Argento taking care of business. Down it goes. Mercy. His first kill of the night. And the Panthers with a 5 with that 5-point lead again at 12-7. They got that 5-point lead a while ago, and the teams have been trading points ever since. And it's senior Matt Argento back to do the serve. Well done. That's an overpass. When that initial hit comes to the net, Nick Chesko place blocking it, taking his 2 hands and putting it right where he wanted to. That's a kill. And it's a 6-point lead for the Panthers, matching their largest of the set so far, 13-7. Matt Argento again with a serve. Well, nice effort there. That was number 2, Jason Stewart for the Blackhawks. Got that one. Panthers digging the ball again, but not able to keep it in play. The lead is still 5. It's 13-8 Panthers. And number 9 back to do the Bethel Park serving. That's junior Lucas Muser. Top spin, Kyle Schepner to Troy Murphy. Nick Chesko left side and sliced it just wide into the crowd. Bethel Park gets one back. It's a 4-point lead, 13-9 now, Panthers. Kyle Schepner to Troy Murphy, and over the top of Grant Bezic again. Second time we've seen that. Either Grant is jumping a little early, or the set's just a little too high, but that timing is just off. It is 13-10. Bethel's crawling back in the game. At Grant Bezic off the tip and down. Grant Bezic getting it back. 4 kills in set number 1 for the Panthers. Substitution Dan Atman, number 20, out. Senior Rob Senge, number 3, back in. We saw him do some great digging here early on in his first rotation. He's now back with a left-handed serve. 14-10 Panthers. Drifting serve and no power on it for the Blackhawks. Troy Murphy, left side, Nick Chesko through the block and down. Nick Chesko having himself quite a set so far. 4 kills to match the team total with Grant Basic. The lead's back to 5, 15-10 St. Clair. Rob Senge again with that left-handed floating serve, sort of a knuckleball. Set to the left side and down. That's up high and back down for number 21. That's senior Adam Thomas. And for the serve, number 2, junior Jason Stewart to the back row for the Blackhawks. Little jump serve, down top spin. Grant Basic from the left side and lands right at the knees of Ryan Thorson, and Grant Basic back in the team lead of kills with 5. 16-11, 5-point Panther lead. Nick Chesko, the sophomore, back to serve. Little short set into the Grant Basic block and down. Grant Basic, the first block for a point we've seen tonight. Right place, right time, right result, and that lead is back to 6. 17-11 Panthers. Nick Chesko again, a little backspin floater. Set to the left side. Softly done and out of bounds. Had a good look at it. That was Jordan Westfall, the senior. Another 6 inches to the right. He'd have had that. But that results in an out for the Panthers, and the lead is now 7. It's 18-11 Panthers. Nick Chesko again with the serve. Dug out of there and long, no touch. Apparently no touch. It is just plain out of bounds. Number 21 had a really good look at that, Adam Thomas. But it did go long. Another Panthers stretch that lead to 8. It's 19-11. Nick Chesko, nice little run here. Still with that serve. Hard driving serve. Might have gone out if they'd left it, but they didn't. Chesko again to Troy Murphy and Grant Basic with power again. Grant Basic. Great combination. Nice set from Murphy. And Grant Basic making sure that one pounds the polyurethane for another Panther point. 20-11, 9-point Panther lead, and a nice little cushion as you get to 20-point territory here. That's just what you want. Set goes to 25. You have to win it by 2 off the Troy Murphy tip, and Trevor McGahee not just about a couple inches short of digging that one off the floor. So it's a point inside out for Bethel Park. And Greg Muir, number 10, the senior, back for the Blackhawks serve. 8-point Panther lead, 20-12. Jump serve, top spin, and out. Look good from here. But that's what that top spin is supposed to do. You get way up on that serve. The top spin drives it down toward the back line, just a couple of feet long, and the service error gives the side out and point back to the Panthers. Grant Basic this time with a serve. Center set off a tip. Yep. An attempted block by Matt Argento, I think. It got down. Panthers content to trade points from here on out. It's 21-13, 8-point Panther lead. And Ryan Dune to the back line for the Panther serve. Kyle Shepner bounces it up to Troy Murphy. Back to Kyle Shepner into the Bethel Park block. Rob Senge with a nice attempt to keep the ball in play. Comes up just a little short. Little floater of a serve up to Troy Murphy again on the 2 ball. Was it pancaked out of it? No, it hit the floor. I thought maybe Ryan Dune had gotten his hand under it. He did not. That's a kill for Troy Murphy. And Troy with the serve. 8-point Panther lead, 22-14. We're playing to 25 by 2. From the back row with power, Trevor McGahee batting it up and keeping it alive. Kyle Shepner just long. Pretty good slicing attack to the back right corner. Ends up a couple of feet long. Point and side out for Bethel. Jordan Westfall, senior number 14, with the serve. Matt Argento not in the net. Don't quite know quite how that moved, but Matt Argento denting the polyurethane. I hope the ball doesn't have a flat spot on it. It's his second kill of the night. Panthers now 2 points away from victory in set number one. It's 23-15. Kyle Shepner, the senior, with a topspin serve just long. Hawks serve by sophomore number one, Ryan Thorson. We've seen him a lot tonight. He plays back row, comes into serve, and keeps on that back row for defense. Top spin is Trevor McGahee. Troy Murphy, little back set. Dan Atman into the block, and down Dan Atman. With Dan's first kill tonight, 6 different successful, well, killers, not really killers, but having a good attack that results in a kill. And the Panthers now in comfortable territory here, needing only one of the next 9 points to end up set number one. Matt Argento with a serve to the front row, little back set, won't go over, and Nick Chesko with the block and the point. Nick Chesko with a tremendous set number one, and that finishes out number one in favor of the Upper St. Clair Panthers. It's 25-16. There's still a lot more volleyball to go. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back for set number two. We are back. We didn't actually go anywhere. That was a nice little millisecond break for you, 3 minutes for us. And we're here for set number two. And just like match number one, Bethel Park starts off with the first point. That off the hands of junior Jason Stewart, number two. Alex Shogri doing the videography again tonight. I'm Kevin McGahee, and we're glad you're still with us for this Section 1 volleyball contest tonight. Grant Bezic just over the back row. Thought maybe Lucas Musa, number 9, got his hand underneath it for a pancake move. He did not. That one is another Grant Bezic kill. 7 for him tonight to lead the Panthers in that statistical category. And this will be senior Rob Senge. We saw him in the first match. Senior Rob Senge with a left-handed serve. From the left side, rattles off the shoulder of Kyle Shepner, senior number 25. Probably would have been better if he'd stayed facing the ball, but anyway, it is a point and side out for Bethel Park. Served by Jason Stewart. Brant Bezic brings it back in, and Trevor McGahee just punches it over the net, keeping the ball in play. From the center, yep, that's no good. You probably couldn't see it on the TV, but it went up and hit a net, a piece of the permanent structure over the net. You're not allowed to do that. You are allowed to do it if the ball lands on your own side. You are not allowed to touch the structure and have it go over the net. That's a violation, side out, and point for the Panthers, where Nick Chesko does a little slider of a serve from the left side without power. Well, actually nicely done, and wasn't sure he'd get that in bounds. That was Jordan Westfall for the Blackhawks. Trevor McGahee making a valiant lunge at it, but it rattles off his hand and out of bounds, and it's a 3-2 Blackhawk lead. This is set number two of a best-of-5 match. The Panthers have one set in hand. Jump serve rolls over the net. McGahee got to that one. Grant Bezic got to that one. Still didn't bring it down, though. Kyle Shepner does, though. Holy smokes. Off the net, off a hand, and down for Kyle Shepner, but that could not have been possible without that dig by Trevor McGahee. 2 nice ones for him tonight, and he takes a seat on the bench as the libero. He can substitute freely, usually for back row work. He just comes and goes whenever it's time. Grant Bezic with a little sidewinder of a serve. Short set, blocked by Matt Argento. And into the net. That was a good attempt, actually, by Jared Marks, the senior number 5, wearing the libero jersey for Bethel. But did go into the net, and Panthers grabbed their first lead of set number 2 at 4-3. Grant Bezic again. Floater of a serve. Little back set at the net. Joust. Well, won by St. Clair, but not scored. Adam Thomas, number 21 for the Blackhawks. Got that one down, and we're all tied up at 4. Substitution, 2 new players on the floor. And number 19 actually comes to the back row for serve. That's junior Shane Kelleher. First time we've seen him on the floor tonight. Trevor McGahee to Troy Murphy. Little back set to Kyle Shepner into the block and down. Nicely blocked by Jordan Westfall. And the Blackhawks grab the lead back. It's 5-4 Bethel Park. Trevor McGahee once again to Troy Murphy, but on the second touch, they fooled him that time. Again, they were expecting that to be popped up for an attack. It was not. Troy Murphy with 3 kills tonight so far. Dan Atman, number 20, on the floor. Substitutes for Rob Senge. Dan will play the front row, Rob the back. Troy Murphy, floating serve just long. You really want it to land on the back line if you can. It sort of freezes the defense, not knowing whether to return it or not. That one went just about a foot long. Bethel with the lead back again. Teams are trading points at 6-5. Blackhawks. McGahee pops it up to Troy Murphy. Back set, Kyle Shepner. You like it when they go backwards on the 3 ball. It's a free ball. Troy Murphy again set to the left side. Dan Atman slicing attack. Jordan Westfall in a defensive posture. And Matt Argento, down it goes. Mercy. Matt Argento, 3 kills. And we're tied up at 6. Kyle Shepner, senior hitter, to the back row for the Upper St. Clair serve. And that one's a slicer, goes just wide. I know he wanted to land it at the feet of the back row. He kind of did that, but it was about 2 feet wide out of bounds. The service error means Bethel Park gets a side out and the point. Ryan Thorson to the back row for the Bethel Park Hawks for the serve. Little side spinner, Troy Murphy. Dan Atman just didn't find floor, got everything but. He pops it up and the place block goes into the net, fortunately for the Panthers. Now on the dribble, who's got it? Nick Chesko with power. And Dan Atman with the place block off the back. No, that Bethel Park's asking for a roofing call. No, that was actually on the St. Clair side. Dan Atman had every right to that ball, and it's 2 kills tonight for him. Matt Argento now to the back row for the Panthers. 7-7, we're all tied up in set number 2. Top spin serve just rolls it over the net. And from the back row, just a push over the net. Now see if the Panthers can use it. Troy Murphy to Grant Basic. Boom! That one doing some damage to the polyurethane. 8 kills for Grant Basic. To lead the Panther attackers, Nick Chesko, second place with 4. Troy Murphy and Matt Argento with 3. And there's Matt, number 26, to the back row. Panthers with a 1-point lead at 8-7. Left side and just over the back row and not exactly covered. Kyle Shepner with a pretty good dig to keep the ball in play. But it was well placed by the Blackhawks. All tied up at 8 now. Lucas Muser doing the Bethel Park serving. Troy Murphy, and from the back row, Kyle Shepner right at the net. And Dan Atman wins the joust. A joust is when that ball comes right at the net. Both players get hands from opposite teams get hands on it. Dan Atman taking care of business that time for the Panthers. They get the 1-point lead back. It's 9-8. Rob Senge, left-handed serve. At the net, little short set, way up and way down with a left hand for Greg Muir, the senior number 10 for Bethel. All tied up at 9. Panthers can't seem to shake the Blackhawks. Top spin serve, Kyle Shepner. Troy Murphy to Grant Basic, up and bang. 9 kills for Grant Basic. Teams trading points now. Panthers lead by 1. They tie it up, lead by 1, tie it up. It's been happening for, I don't know, 6 or 7 points now. Nick Chesko with the serve. From the left side, no power out of Jordan Westfall. But power from Kyle Shepner, just a little too much. He got underneath that thing. Timing was a little off. He didn't come over the top of the ball, and it sailed a good 4 or 5 feet out of bounds. What? Let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking somebody thought there might be a tip. Somebody from Bethel got a hand in it. They did not. That ball just sailed long, and Greg Muir with the jump serve. Nick Chesko picks it up. Troy Murphy sets it. Kyle Shepner hits it, but right to Jared Marks. And from the back row, Greg Muir had a really good beat on it, but hammered that one into the net. That net is 8 feet off the floor. That hit came in at about 6 feet 7. And Grant Basic, the senior hitter, back doing the serving. See if the Panthers can get off this 1-point lead business. Left side, yes, that was a little low, and it ends up being long. They had a good look at it, and again, you want to head it toward the back row to freeze the defense. But that one went long, and the Panthers do indeed get their largest lead of set number 2 at 12-10. Top spin serve into the net. Unfortunate, because that joust was won by the Bethel Park Hawks that time. Thought maybe Matt Argento could get the spin going the other way. He did not. Bethel gets one back. It's 12-11. Panthers still with a lead. And junior Shane Kelleher in to serve for Bethel. Trevor McGahee to Troy Murphy and to Matt Argento, but it's blocked right back into the St. Clair side. Matt Argento just pooching the ball over the net. Let's see what Bethel does with it from the left side. Very close to being in the net. It was not. Troy Murphy with that second touch didn't fool anybody that time. From the back row, Greg Muir again. Hammers the ball into the net. Same 6 feet 7. And the Panthers get the 2-point lead back. It's 13-11. Troy Murphy now with the St. Clair serve. A little top spin number rolls it over and either way, it looks like a rotation error. Somebody out of place. Let's see if that's a fact or not. The down official checking everybody's placement. No violation on the part of Bethel Park, and this is a do-over. Too bad, because that was a really nice serve by Troy Murphy. If you could just teach that serve to tip it and roll it over the net every time, that would be devastating, but you can't. It's a coincidence, and Troy gets another shot at it. Panthers with a 2-point lead at 13-11. And from the left, that's Kyle Shepner off a tip. One hand, two hands, and that one is a goner. Kyle Shepner with his third kill. Panthers with a massive, at least for this set, 3-point lead at 14-11. Troy Murphy once again with the serve. Oh, just long. I thought maybe Greg Muir was going to go up and grab that thing. That ends up being about 4 feet long. Service error, side out, and point for Bethel. Jordan Westfall, senior hitter. Kyle Shepner gets it to Troy Murphy. A little short set. Almost too short, but it did work. Bethel keeping the ball in play. Trevor McGahee, the libero, getting it back to Troy Murphy. Little back set to Kyle Shepner off the block and down. Kyle Shepner fooling him with the old stealth ball. 4 kills tonight for Kyle. And the Panthers with that 3-point lead, 15-12. Be nice to get a little bit of a cushion here as we approach 20. There's an icer you like to see when they go backwards like that, because you usually don't get a hard attack out of this. Indeed, we didn't. Troy Murphy blocked right back to the St. Clair side. Nick Chesko now from the left. Recovery by Greg Muir. Trevor McGahee popping the ball up just like he's supposed to, and Dan Atman with its twister slider of an attack, but still in play. Greg Muir again, not with power. Trying to do with finesse. Yeah, not quite. Dan Atman was in an odd position. Yeah, you don't want Dan Atman doing the setting, but that's what the position he was in, and it confused the St. Clair offense. Side out and point for Bethel. Sophomore Ryan Thorson to the back row for the serve. From the back row, that's Kyle Shepner. And that's a block by Dan Atman. Matt Argento off the block. Bethel gets another shot, kind of a low set, but nice recovery by Dan Atman. One more shot at it. Nick Chesko gets it. Still playable. Good timing by the Blackhawks. Matt Argento into the block and down. Wow, that's what you want to see, is a ball that's hammered just below the hands of the blockers, so it rattles down the front of them. That's exactly what happened. Panthers with a 3-point lead at 16-13. Matt Argento, hard driving serve, goes backwards on the Bethel offense. Well, little sliding touch, cleverly done by junior Jason Stewart, number 2. Bethel gets the point inside out, 16-14, trailing by 2. Lucas Muser for the Bethel serve. Just barely over the net. Short set and put over, not with power. Nice recovery by the Blackhawks. Troy Murphy again, but with power that time, and lands just out, apparently. Now was screened where I was sitting, lands just toward the Bethel bench, and the Blackhawks are back within one at 16-15 Panthers. Bethel Park in control of the serve. Grant Bezic hits it into the net, and that one's going to go out of bounds off the wrist of senior Jared Marks. Grant Bezic again. The net kind of blocking his way, but that is 10 kills for Grant Bezic. And a 2-point Panther lead, 17-15. Nicely done the short set and the push kill, I guess you would call it, by Greg Muir. Blackhawks back within one, 17-16 Panthers. Jump serve. Nick Chesko pulls it out. Troy Murphy with the set. Grant Bezic. Well, Grant was trying to get it over that first line of the Bethel Park Blackhawks. Got it into it instead. And we are tied up at 17. This set a lot closer than set number one. Murphy to Bezic. He was trying to ooze it over that first line again. Didn't work again. With the right hand, Trevor McGahee with a great dig to keep the ball in play. Nick Chesko slicing attack rather, but without power. With power that time, and still dug out of there by Bethel. Kyle Shepner with a push attack over the net and into the net. And the Panthers get it right back, but that dig by Trevor McGahee, 3 of the night, kept that rally alive. Panthers lead, but it's only by one. 18-17 in set number 2 of this best of 5 rather, match. Oh, that one goes wide. I know Nick would rather have that one back. He was trying to place it along that sideline. Got it just a little bit too much, and we're tied at 18. Greg Muir with a jump serve. McGahee to Murphy to Bezic. Hokey smokes. That's how you'd like to see it played. The bump, the set, the kill, and the Panthers lead again. It's 19-18, but they can't seem to break away. See what Grant has up his sleeve. There's been no service aces so far in this match. That one should have been. It was just long. Once again, you like to have it on that back line to freeze the defense, but it did go long, and we are tied at 19. Set goes to 25. You have to win it by 2. And a sophomore, Ryan Dunay, with the Bethel serve. Oh my goodness, some confusion in the back row. I got it, you take it, and nobody had it. And Bethel Park has clawed back to take the lead for the first time since pretty early here in set number 2. It's 2019 Hawks. Troy Murphy on the 2 ball. He gets another kill. Well done. Here again, they were expecting a set, and we're all tied up at 20. Dan Atman, the junior, checks back in for senior defensive specialist, Rob Singe. Panthers could use a couple of points back-to-back here to start closing off set number 2. Closing out, rather. From the left side, that one goes down past the block. That's Greg Muir again, the leading attacker for the Hawks, and they get the lead back again at 21-20. Now, it's kind of interesting, though. The receiving team, as you just saw, receiving team really has the advantage in volleyball. They get the first crack at a bump set attack, just like this. Off the tip, but not down. Little short set did not fool the Panthers. McGahee back to the front row. Dan Atman pushes it over and off the tip and out of bounds. Worked out nicely. Dan Atman had just enough spin on that to fool the Hawks, and we are tied at 21. Now what happens here is somebody has to win this by 2. If we get to 24 all, we will play extra points until somebody does win it by 2. Kyle Shepner again. Little set to the center off the block. Nicely blocked by Matt Argento. Dan Atman with the attack. Recovered again by Matt Argento. Can it go over? Trevor McGahee had a good look at it. Goes just outside the antenna, and the point to Bethel. They lead by 1, 22-21. Receiving team has the advantage. And we'll see what the Panthers can do with Ryan Thorson serve. Can it get it back? Yes, indeed. The Hawks bring it back on the floor. Nick Chesko with a hit into the net, giving the Bethel Park Hawks a 2-point lead, their largest of the match. And Coach Jack Zebo for the Panthers taking a quick timeout here. Bethel has played good enough defense and has had enough kills to stay in this match. It's been nip and tuck the entire way. The largest lead in set number 3 has been 3 by the Panthers. This 2-point lead at 23-21 is the largest Bethel Park lead. But it gives me the first chance to run down some of the statistics I've got here. Grant Bezic leads all killers for the Panthers with 11 successful kills tonight. 4 players tied with 4. That's senior Troy Murphy. Junior Dan Atman, number 20. Kyle Shepner, number 25, has 4, as does Matt Argento. Nick Chesko, the sophomore, also with 4. Diggs, though, keeping the ball alive. You like to see that. Rob Senge has had the most in that category, tied with Trevor McGahee with 3 each. 1 for Nick Chesko, 1 for Kyle Shepner. No service aces by the Panthers tonight. Now, can they return this one and control this ball back? Little back set to Dan Atman into the block, though. Try it again from the left side. Nick Chesko off the tip. Just long. It was just kind of flung over the net by the Hawks. Ends up 2 feet long. Panthers still in it. 23-22 Hawks lead. And they get the ball first. See if the Panthers have some defense. Left side. Nice block, but out of bounds. That point goes now to Bethel. And they are at 24. Panthers needing 2 back-to-back points to extend this into extra time. 24-22. Trevor McGahee to Troy Murphy. Grant Bezic just touching the ball over the net. Did not work. Kyle Shepner keeping that one alive. Troy Murphy again. Grant Bezic. Off a wrist and out of bounds. Grant Bezic. It's not how hard you hit him, it's where. But now the pressure's on the Panthers to get this point, and they've got to play some defense. Because here again, Bethel gets first crack at the ball. Unless Rob Senge can ace this thing. It's 24-23. Bethel gets a point. Set 2 is over. Left side set. Hard attack and down. And that, my friends, is the first set that the Panthers have lost all season long. There's plenty more volleyball to play, but the Bethel Park Blackhawks take set number 2, 25-23. We will take another quick break. Stay with us, everybody, for set number 3. We are back again, and we're glad you're still with us. Kevin McGahee here and Alex Shogri doing the camera work for us tonight. For you tonight, really, is what it boils down to. And this match has become a nip and tuck affair. 1 set each, and we're going to set number 3. And as in the previous 2 sets, Bethel Park gets point number 1. We're all knotted up at 1 set apiece, and Bethel Park 1-0 here early in set number 3. Troy Murphy, short set to Grant Bezic, who had a great look at it, but sailed it long. Back behind the right corner, and it's an early 2-0 Blackhawk lead. Kyle Shepner, Troy Murphy, Grant Bezic, that time into the Bethel Park block. Does it come back? Yes, it does. Nice recovery by the Blackhawks. Not that time. Well, Grant. That is not what Grant Bezic intended. He got his hand under it and barely floated it down the front of the Bethel Park defense. Well, a kill is a kill, and that's 13 for Grant in 3 sets so far tonight. We'll take it. It's a 2-1 Bethel lead, and senior Rob Senge back for the St. Clair serve. Greg Muir and wide. No tip. Panthers give 2, take 2, and it's all tied up at 2 in set number 3. Back set left side, off the hand of Nick Chesko. Sails over the St. Clair bench out of bounds. And that kill gives Bethel the 3-2 lead. Jump serve and long. Three all in set number 3. Nick Chesko, the sophomore. And a short serve. Hammers that one right into the net. Serving gods giveth, and they taketh away, as they do in every match. And it's Greg Muir to the back row for Bethel, and his jump serve coming up. Panthers anticipate that. Trevor McGahee gets it right to Troy Murphy, just where you want it. Kyle Shepner into the block. McGahee again. Overpass, though. Goes a little long into the net. Bethel hammered it back down, and it's a 2-point lead for the Hawks at 5-3. Greg Muir again with that jump serve. Short into the net. There's no serving gods again. Oh my. Well, that's the thing about the jump serve. You're way up in the air. You're really out of control a little bit, and you count on that downspin. Came a little early that time. Anyway, Grant Biesick with a serve. Panthers trailing by 1 at 5-4. Lands out of bounds. Hard attack, but out of bounds, and that point gives us a tied up ball game again. It's 5-5 in a match that's all knotted up at 1 set apiece. Grant Biesick back line for the St. Clair serve. Right side, Nick Chesko covering the back row, or covering the front row, that is. Kyle Shepner with the hard attack. Matt Argento hammering, walloping the overpass. Backing off of Bethel Park, wrist 5, kills for Matt Argento. Right place, right time, right velocity, and it's a 6-5 Panther lead. From the back row, you knew that wasn't going to have much on it after that initial bad bump. Matt Argento also no power on it. Back set and shoved out of bounds, just wide off the near side, and the Panthers with a 2-point lead at 7-5. Grant Biesick again with the St. Clair serve. Nothing there for Bethel. Oh, pancake move by Rob Senge. Excellent work, and Grant Biesick hammering it home. Not home yet. Hammered out of bounds. My goodness, Rob Senge with a pancake move, just scraping his hand underneath that ball. And it's a 3-point Panther lead at 8-5. Grant Biesick, nice high serve. Oh, an unfortunate set. That was another one of those, I got it, you take it. And nobody ended up with it. And that, I guess you can call that the first service ace of the match. It's the first serve that didn't come back. And a timeout called by Coach Tom Allman of the Bethel Park Blackhawks. I'm sure after that exciting second set, this is not how he wanted to see set number 1 open up. But right now it's working out for the Panthers with a 9-5 early lead. Grant Biesick, as usual, still leading all attackers with 13 kills for the Panthers. Matt Argento, senior number 26, in there with 5, and 4 other players with 4 each. That's senior Troy Murphy, sophomore Nick Chesko, junior Dan Atman, and senior Kyle Shepner. But it's these digs, the guys getting on the floor after these balls, is keeping these rallies alive. 4 digs from Rob Senge, 3 for the libero number 2 Trevor McGahee. Nick Chesko and Kyle Shepner with 1 each, and finally 1 service ace. You just saw that off the hands of Grant Biesick, and the Panthers here in set number 3 with a 9-5 lead. Back set right side off the antenna. That one whacked the red and white antenna. Probably hard to see on the TV, but that was out of bounds. Hits that red white post. Play is dead. Point for the Panthers, and Grant Biesick now with a nice little 5-point run going. See what else he's got now. Top spin left side. From the right, and still in play by the Hawks. Into the Troy Murphy block, and just out. Good block by Troy, but it lands just out of bounds. It's got to land into count. Hawks get one back. It's 10-6. Panthers here in set number 3. Nick Chesko to Troy Murphy. Short set, Matt Argento. And down, dribbles right down the front of the Bethel Park block. And Matt Argento with his 6th kill tonight. Panthers get that 5-point lead back. This is the sort of lead we played with in the first set. Overpass and down Matt Argento. Yep. You hate to do that. You want that first bump to come to your front line, not the other team's. Matt Argento with a 2-handed place block. And the Panthers with their largest lead of set number 3 at 12-6. This looking more like set number 1. Does he dig it out? Yeah, once it gets into the net, that's tough, and that's the second service ace for the Panthers of the match off the hands of Troy Murphy. And the lead is now 7. Coach Allman calls a substitution here. We see number 19 come on the floor. This is Shane Kelleher. We saw him in set number 2. Substitutes for senior Greg Murr. He may have an issue with an ankle. We'll see a little more about that maybe. And from the left side, a little short one, Troy Murphy getting a hand on it. But it goes out of bounds. Bethel Park gets that one back. It's 1 point back. It's 13-7. 6-point Panther lead. Jordan Westfall with the Bethel serve. Trevor McGahee. Troy Murphy from the right side. Kyle Shepner. Hey, must have got jinxed by the block there a little bit. Walloped it pretty hard, but right into the net. And it heads right back. Another point for Bethel. They're back within 5. It's 13-8 now. Top spin serve. Troy Murphy. Wow. Bang, boom from Matt Argento. That's some hitting. And I'm awful glad I'm not out there trying to return this stuff. I know I couldn't do it, but it's a 14-8 6-point Panther lead. Kyle Shepner, senior number 25 with the Panther serve from the left side, just over the front row, pancaked out of there by Nick Chesko. My goodness, the guys are diving for the balls tonight. Trevor McGahee went over, his hands to the back, a double hit called. Nick Chesko, though, with a great dig, his second to keep that ball alive. 14-9, Panthers still with a 5-point lead. Top spin serve, Kyle Shepner. Left side, Nick Chesko into the Bethel block. Fisted over the net by Kyle Shepner, and the Greg Muir back on the floor seems to have no more ankle problems. He hammers that one down on the St. Clair side, and it's a 4-point Panther lead at 14-10. Ryan Thorson with the Bethel serve Troy Murphy to Matt Argento again, right at the net. Clever play by Troy Murphy to stay away from the net. Good timing from Matt Argento. The teams are trading points, and it's a 5-point Panther lead again. The kind of lead we sustained in set number 1. Matt Argento just got that kill, putting the serve in play. No power on it. New player on the floor. I'll get to him in just a second. That's number 14, Tyler Brennan, gets his first action of the night. Short set, Grant Bezic. And it's recovered, brought back, and won by Bethel. My goodness. Jared Marks, the libero, dragged that one off the floor. Good point. Back within 4. Panthers still lead. It's 15-11. Lucas Muser with the Bethel serve. Trevor McGahee pops it up. Tyler Brennan keeping the ball in play. Little back set. Dangerous play, but recovered by Bethel. Greg Muir into the Grant Bezic block. Not dug out of the net. Nobody to help him on the front row. Bethel gets one more point. They're back within 3 after the Panthers had a 6-point lead just a couple of minutes ago. 15-12 Panthers. Well, it looks like Trevor McGahee might have taken his eye off that one just momentarily. Service ace for the Bethel Park Hawks, and it's 15-13. doesn't get it back. My goodness, that's Jared Marks again. Trevor McGahee, he pops it up, but overpassed. Can Chesko bring it back? No. Hawks are back to have come all the way back to within one. It's 15-14 after we thought the Panthers might have had this one in hand. I might have spoken too early. Still with the lead. Bethel Park with control of the ball. Trevor McGahee to Troy Murphy. Grant Basic. There we go. We're back to form. That's the trio that's been working all night, and it's 14 kills for Grant Basic. Rob Sench subs back in. Tyler Brennan, I expect we'll see a little bit more of him later on. Rob Sench to the back row for the Surf Panthers with a 2-point lead at 16-14. Oh my goodness, Kyle Shepner with a nice recovery there. To the front row, Nick Chesko. Right into the Jared Marks. Popped again at the net. Oh, Grant Basic called for the net. They could have picked either one of them for that. Oh my goodness. That one goes against the Panthers. Grant, I thought, had control of that doggone thing, but apparently his shirt got in the net. It's side out and point Bethel. 16-15 Panthers still lead. And Grant Basic taking it out on the poor innocent polyurethane floor. That's a 15th kill tonight for Grant. Oh my, An ankle issue for the Hawks. That's senior Adam Thomas. Might have stepped on a foot or landed funny. Looks like he will stay in the match. Panthers with a 2-point lead at 17-15. That was a Nick Chesko serve. Short set. And Greg Muir pushing it basically to the back row. Not really walloping it, but finding a place where nobody was standing. Team's trading points right now, and it's 17-16. Panthers still with that lead, and now Greg Muir on the back row. That'll help. He's got the jump serve. Kyle Shepner, Troy Murphy, Trevor McGahee puts it over with the one hand. From the left side, McGahee bringing it back again. Nice recovery, and Grant Basic not in a place where he could get some power on it. Oh, nice break there. Well, the Jordan Westphal had a notion he was just going to edge that ball over the net. It did not work. That one comes back for the Panthers, and it's a 2-point lead at 18-16. Grant Basic, the big hitter on the back row. From the right side, that one goes long. He had a nice run of points a little earlier, and now that lead stretches to 3. It's 19-16 Panthers. Top spin serve. Set goes back to the left side, and Nick Chesko digging it out of there, but the overpass. Yep, sure enough. That was number 15. We haven't seen him much. Patrick O'Brien on the floor for the Bethel Park Blackhawks. You want that ball going to your own front line, not the other team's, and it's a 2-point Panther lead still at 19-17. Nick Chesko, Troy Murphy, Kyle Shepner with power and out of bounds. Kyle Shepner, haven't had a kill out of him in a while. That's 5 on the night. Now the Panthers with a 3-point cushion in 20-point territory, 20-17. This is set number 3 of a best-of-5 match. There's at least one more to play after this. Troy Murphy pops it up. Trevor McGahee with the pass. Nick Chesko from the back row. Jared Parks again playing brilliant defense for Bethel Park. Short set. Matt Argento down and away. 10 kills for Matt Argento. And the Panthers with their largest lead of set number 3 at 21-17. Troy Murphy with the St. Clair serve. Top spin number. Set to the middle. Lands out. Well thought of by Bethel. That's worked already tonight a couple of times for Greg Muir, but this time it lands to the near side, and the Panthers now with a 5-point lead at 22-17. Just where you want to be at the net, and that lands in just in front of Nick Chesko. Panthers still cleaning a 4-point lead. Jordan Westphal the senior serving for the Blackhawks. McGahee to the front row. On the second ball. Matt Argento didn't get over there. He got up. Well, he was underneath the ball. You can probably see that. And the ball backspun out of bounds. And at point again to Bethel. Back within 3. It's 22-19. Shepner. Matt Argento into the block. Troy Murphy recovers it. Kyle Shepner with the block. And from the back row, recovered by the Hawks. More conventional attack that time by Kyle Shepner, the soft sell. And that one comes right back. Unfortunate. Another good thought by the Hawks to roll it over the net. Didn't work. You only get 3 touches. That one was 4 for Bethel. And now the St. Clair Panthers needing only 2 points to close out set number 3. It's 23-19. No power this time. And, under the net. What happened there was he didn't touch the net, but you can touch the net, the black line, the black center line of the floor with your foot. That time he got his foot completely over it. That's a violation. And now Panthers need only 1 of the next 6 points to finish out set number 3. And that is a service ace, and that finishes off set number 3. Panthers take this one 25-19. There's still at least 1 set to play. Stay with us, everybody, to see the conclusion of this thrilling match. We'll be right back. We are back again. We actually never left. We're still here. It's me, Kevin McGahee, with you tonight, as well as cameraman Alex Shogri, and we are about to go into set number 4 of what's turned out to be a pretty exciting match between the Bethel Park Blackhawks and the homestanding Panthers of Upper St. Clair. The Panthers lead 2-1 right now. If you've been with us, you've seen them with scores of 25-16, 23-25, and 25-19. The Panthers lead 2-1, but just like in all 3 sets so far, Bethel Park draws first blood at 1-0. This is a best-of-5 match. First team to win 3 sets wins the match. The Panthers win this and we go home early. Bethel Park wins this. We play a 5th and deciding set. Trevor McGahee to Troy Murphy. Left side to Grant Bezick. Didn't quite get it down quite enough. Jared Marks bringing that one back for Bethel. Trevor McGahee again to Nick Chesko, left side this time. Nick was trying to get it around the block. He did that, but he unfortunately put it into the net on the Panthers side. And it's a 2-0 early Bethel Park lead. Lucas Muser, number 9, junior, recovered nicely by Kyle Shepner. And Grant Bezick, but brought back, and a nice block by Grant. Is that going to be 4? Yes, it is 4 hits. And that is our block Grant program right there with Grant Bezick. Making sure that didn't come back on the St. Clair side. And the Panthers get their first point of set number 4. It's 2-1 Bethel. A serve that sails just long. It's a good idea. I've said it before in this match. You want that serve to land on the back line. Rob Sench had a pretty good beat on it, but it landed just long, and it's a point inside out for Bethel in a 3-1 lead. Jason Stewart with a Bethel serve. Nick Chesko with a hit off the tip, and playable. From the left side, Trevor McGahee digs that one out. Troy Murphy to Grant Bezick, but not able to find the polyurethane. Trevor McGahee again with a dig. Rob Sench took a whack at it. Not enough to keep it in play, and it's a 4-1 Bethel Park Blackhawk lead. Kyle Shepner to Troy Murphy on the second touch. Hammers that one down to the floor. 5 kills. You don't see that many kills out of a setter, but when he uses this attacking instead of setting technique, it does throw the defense off. It's worked 5 times tonight, and that's Nick Chesko with the St. Clair serve. To the front line from the left side. It sails wide and untouched. Out of bounds. Panthers back within 1. It's 4-3 here in set number 4 of this best-of-5 match. There's the short set, and into the block. Grant program again. Grant Bezick, 3 blocks for points tonight, and we're knotted up at 4. Right side, and that one gets by the block. Finds a spot on the St. Clair side, and Bethel gets the lead back. It's 5-4 Hawks. We're playing once again to 25. You have to win it by 2. Greg Murray with the jump serve. Nick Cheska with the overpass, but the block by Troy Murphy. And out of bounds, Troy Murphy. Right place, right time, and a block for a point. That's 5 tonight for the Panthers. Same lineup, basically, the Panthers have used all night long. Tyler Brennan was the exception. He got in set number 3. To the front row. Rob Senge bringing the ball back. Nicely dug. Tapped by Troy Murphy. Kyle Shepner out of bounds. Goes to the outside of the antenna. But Rob Senge with 5 great-looking digs tonight to keep that ball in play. 6-5, Blackhawk lead. That one sailed. Oh, good choice by Nick Chesko. I thought he was going to go after that one, but the right choice was to let it sail long. Service error sends the point to the Panthers, and we have back on the floor indeed junior number 14 Tyler Brennan. Seeing some action for the Panthers. Troy Murphy with that serve, left side, no power, and hoisted out of bounds to the left. That was Jordan Westfall, the senior who was looking for an empty spot on the Panther side, didn't find it. And the Panthers have our first lead of set number 4. It's 7-6 St. Clair. Oh, and a service ace. He took his eye off it. Troy Murphy with his second ace, but I know Greg Muir just took his eye off that. That rattled off his fingers out of bounds, and it's a 2-point Panther lead now at 8-6. From the left side. Oh, well, that one worked out great for the Blackhawks. Jordan Westfall got that one right back, sliced it easily and softly into the St. Clair defense. Point inside out for Bethel Park. Still an 8-7 Panther lead. Westfall with the serve, tips it just over the net, recovered by Nick Chesko. Kyle Shepner off the tip, still in play. And Shepner again gets a chance, right at the Bethel defense. Off the tip and out of bounds. That's number 2, Jason Stewart, who's had occasional play tonight, and we're all tied up at 8 here in set number 4. Little pooch serve. Kyle Shepner to Troy Murphy. And there's Tyler Brennan with his first kill attempt, and his first kill, my goodness, with power right at the feet of the back line. Nicely done by Tyler Brennan. Senior Kyle Shepner out of the back row for the serve. Top spin serve to the center, and a little back set to the right side, blocked by the Panthers. Trevor McGahee nicely keeping the ball in play. Nick Cheska with a hit, comes right back. Troy Murphy, Kyle Shepner from the back row. At the net, nicely done. That was Nick Cheska with a two-handed place block. 5 kills tonight for sophomore Nick Cheska. 10-8, 2-point Panther lead. Kyle Shepner, senior, back to serve. Little pooch. Oh, well, yeah, that's one of those. I know both guys thought the ball was headed out of bounds. It was not. It lands just inside the sideline. Point for the Hawks. It's 10-9. Panthers still with that 1-point lead. Ryan Thorson with the Bethel serve. No serve. You're allowed to let it drop. You're not allowed to catch it. You're allowed to let it drop. Troy Murphy and Tyler Brennan again. He got under that and it sailed on him. Yeah, the set was pretty good, but he had to reach over his head just a shade and sailed the ball long. And we're all knotted up at 10. Nick Cheska into the Bethel block and recovered, still in play. Troy Murphy with the set. Cheska again off the block and down. Nick Cheska Doing the right thing that time, not smack into the block, but off the side, and that is a good kill for Nick Chesko. 6 tonight for Nick. Senior Matt Argento back now for the St. Clair serve. Topspin serve. No power on this one, just over the net. Troy Murphy pops it up, gets it right back, shoves it to the back row, and there won't be any power for Bethel either. Overpass though, and there's the power. That overpass went a little too far. Kyle Shepner passed it to the other team, and that was Jason Stewart, the junior, putting that ball away, and we are tied up again at 11. Largest lead of this set has been 3. Bethel Park had that real early on. St. Clair's had a 2-point lead twice. And a nice gift for the Panthers. We'll take that on Earth Day and Vladimir Lenin's birthday. It is 12-11 Panthers. From the left side, just edged over the offense. That's number 21. That's Adam Thomas. I don't think we've seen him since the opening set tonight, and we're back tied up at 12. Top spin serve just taps the net. Troy Murphy to Grant Bezic. Got to go over. Grant Bezic off the tip to the back row. Kyle Shepner gets it to Troy Murphy on the 2-ball. Pancake. No. It gets down on the floor. Lucas Muser didn't quite get his hand underneath it. That one nudges the polyurethane really. And it's a point for the Panthers and 6 kills for Troy Murphy. Nice serve by Nick Chesko from the left side again, and down off the block. Jordan Westfall, the Bethel senior. Team's trading points again. It's 13-all. Substitution number 15 back on the floor. That is Patrick O'Brien, who has seen limited play so far tonight. He subs for Ryan Thorson. Just rolls the ball over the net, but Troy Murphy there to keep it in play. Well, Kyle Shepner got his timing off. He was going to roll that over the Bethel Park block. Didn't make it into the net, and Bethel Park has their first lead. Well, lead again in quite a while anyway. 14-13 Hawks. Grant Bezic gets that one right back though. 16 kills off that combination, McGahee to Murphy to Bezic. We've seen a lot of that tonight. That classic bump set attack. We're all knotted up at 14, and it's Grant Bezic with the serve. Oh, he sailed that one. He's looking for the back row. Sailed it just long. Service error. Gives that lead right back to Bethel at 15-14. This is set number 4 of this best-of-5 match. You played at 25. Somebody has to win it by 2. Let's hope it's the Panthers. But right now, it's sophomore Ryan Dunay with the Black Hawk serve. Matt Argento in the block and out of bounds. Matt Argento. 11 kills tonight, second only to Grant Bezic, and we are tied up again at 15. This is just like set number 2. Sets numbers 1 and 3 were identical in form. This one and set number 2 just alike. Teams trading points and barely. Small leads. Nip and tuck trading points, and there's a point for Bethel Park, sort of backhanded over the net. Lands just in bounds, and it's 16-15 Hawks. Oh my goodness, yeah, Trevor McGahee, he thought that one was going to land out. It landed just barely in. Service ace for Bethel, and it's 17-15, 2-point Hawk lead. Why is that not in the net? I don't know why that one wasn't a net violation, but he actually hit the ball through the net. Kyle Shepner, that one works. 6 kills for Kyle Shepner. And he goes right back to serve. Panthers trail by 1. 17-16 Hawks. Not a great pass, so it won't be a great hit. Oh my goodness, that rolled off the wrist of Kyle Shepner. to nobody, and it's a 2-point Bethel lead at 18-16 here in set number 4. Panthers need to get control of this one in a big hurry now. The receiving team has the advantage. Top spin serve. McGahee to Murphy to Chesko. Works like a charm, just like the coach drew it up. Bump, set, kill, and the Panthers back within 1. 18-17. Hawks lead. Matt Argento, a sidewinder kind of a serve right to the net. From the left side, into the St. Clair block. Tyler Brennan putting that one back where it belongs, and indeed the Panthers got 2 in a row to tie this up at 18. Now we can just put a little run together here to try to close out this match. Matt Argento with a top spin serve to the setter, and what? No touch, out of bounds. Panthers indeed get the lead back at 19-18. Nicely hit, but just wide by Greg Muir. Matt Argento once again with that serve. Joe overpassed, but it worked out for Bethel. Off the tip and out of bounds. Grant Bezic back in action. 17 kills for Grant, and this is just what the Panthers needed. A little run of 4 points and a 2-point lead at 20-point territory here in what could be the deciding set of the match. Top spin and way wide. I'm sure Matt wishes he had that one back. Not the kind of time of the match you want to give a gift to the other team, but indeed they got a birthday gift. Panthers still lead. It's 20-19, needing the side out and the point right now. It's Kyle Shepner, Troy Murphy, and Grant Bezic. Right place, right time, right velocity, and the Panthers get that 2-point lead back. Rob Senge, the senior number 3, back in for the St. Clair serve. Panthers need to play a little defense right here to get control of this ball back. At the net. Left side into the block. Brought out of there. Oh, Trevor McGahee got to look at it. It's playable. It's off the backboard. It's playable. Nick Chesko with power, but Bethel recovers. Troy Murphy. Grant Bezic into the block. Again recovered by the Blackhawks. Oh, just off the hands of Rob Senge out of bounds. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my voice here. 21-20. Panthers still with that 1-point lead. And Jason Stewart for the Blackhawks serve. McGahee to Murphy to Bezic. Brought back in bounds by the Hawks. It'll be a free ball for the Panthers. Nick Chesko, it's back at the net. Place blocked by Nick Chesko, but still not down to the floor. Trevor McGahee with a brilliant dig. Just touched over the net. Lands on their side. They can play it. It hit the net, hit the structure, but it is playable. Terrific rally going on right now. Bethel from the left side, again with a soft touch over the front line. Troy Murphy to Grant Bezic. Tremendous point. Trevor McGahee now to Troy Murphy and Grant Bezic, and down. Finally, that McGahee to Murphy to Bezic combination works again. It is not how hard you hit it. It is where. Panthers with a 2-point lead at 22-20 here in set number 4. Nick Chesko with the St. Clair serve. McGahee bringing it back. It's got to go over. Nick Chesko does get it over. Oh, driving attack lands right at the feet of Nick Chesko. Good dig. Not quite enough. It's a 1-point deficit for the Blackhawks again. Receiving team gets the advantage. Greg Muir on the back row. McGahee, Murphy, Shepner, still in play by Bethel. Rob Senge to Troy Murphy this time. Bang, boom, and out of bounds. My goodness. Grant I'm even more glad I'm not out there trying to return this stuff. My goodness, 2-point Panther lead at 23-21. And Grant Bezic now in the back row with the serve. Top spin serve just clicks the net. Back set. Off the tip. Dug by Grant Bezic. Still in play. Kyle Shepner. From the back row, Greg Muir, it is out. Oh, my goodness. And the Panthers now with basically 3 match points in hand. And the serve, it is 24-21. Panthers get any one of these next 4 points, and this match is over. Jared Marks to the setter, and that's that. My goodness. Well, a very exciting match. And the Panthers' undefeated streak now goes to 7-0. They have control of Section 1 right now. And a very, very game Bethel Park Blackhawks squad put on quite a contest tonight. Panthers coming away with a 3-1 victory. Set 1 was 25-16 Panthers. Set 2, 25-23 Blackhawks. Panthers back with a 25-19 victory in set number 3. And as we just saw here, Panthers 25-21 in set number 4. My voice is totally shot after all of that. I have been and continue to be Kevin McGahey all night long. We're really glad you're with us. Alex Shogri did the videography tonight, and thanks very much to the production studios of Cable Channel number 7 and Glenn Ward. Thanks for being with us, everybody. There's a lot more volleyball to come in other contests. Thanks a lot, everybody, and good night.